I have made a script called the Storyteller's Selection Box, because the Storyteller gets to select who dies on it. But I've made it with a few interactions in mind, but there's something that I really wanted to try out that I've never done before, possibly no one's ever done before, which is have an alchemist Boffin in a Legion game. So let's hand out 8 Legion tokens with an alchemist Boffin. Now, I've checked with Jams on this, and Jams has said that one Legion gets the Boffin ability, but that it doesn't necessarily have to remain that same Legion for the whole game. There are a bunch of interesting things we can do on this script. We can have a Legion game where one of the Legions gets to choose kills. That would, of course, be devastatingly bad and almost pointless. But the one thing I wanted to try out was a Legion who has the Tea Lady's ability, which, if we kill their neighbours enough, it could eventually create an interesting situation. Or they might just... If we get a Legion that lands between 2 good players, we can have a very interesting scenario there, which obviously we can steer later on as the game goes on. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It could be an absolutely dreadful idea. But I guess we're about to find out. So let's have an alchemist, let's have a philosopher, let's have an empath, and let's have an amnesiac, and then 8 Legion. I think that's or we could sub one of these out for a golem if we wanted to. Doesn't the Boffin ability mean they learn the demon? No, it doesn't, because there's a jinx. Now, do we take out one of these and instead put in a golem? Yeah, do you know what? Let's have a golem. Alchemist... I don't know, actually. Golem might be a bit useless in this game. Do you know what? Let's instead go with the balloonist. Okay. I like this. Here we go. Okay. Here we have our Boffin. So let's make that is the alchemist. Change character into Boffin and make them good. And then this here has... oh, there's no Boffin reminder token. Is there? Am I just being an idiot? No, there isn't. Okay, cool. Alright, well... Boffin Tea Lady. And then here we have... Cannot die and cannot die. Okay. This is the demon. These characters are not in play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. So we're going to give Nikki, Shade, and Astra. And JC. Those bluffs. And then we're going to give Ryan... We're going to remove Knight. And we're going to add in Saint. For Ed, we're going to remove Lycanthrope. And we're going to add in Farmer. I think that's probably enough variants, actually. So, there we go. Okay. So, Boffin, so the jinx with Boffin and Alchemist is if the Alchemist has the Boffin ability, the Alchemist doesn't learn what ability the demon has. So Patters has the privilege of knowing that there is at least there is a demon with a townsfolk ability. And I think actually that image he's got there of that jester with his head in his hands is really appropriate. Okay, now we get JC in here and give him the good news. Hello, JC. I'm here to inform you that the Boffin ability has chosen you, and that you have the Tea Lady's ability.
Beautiful.
Enjoy.
Cheers, Ben.
Bye. How is the Alchemist helping the good team? Because the Alchemist knows that what exactly one townsfolk ability is actually being controlled by the demon. So it's starting information, basically. I'll be the first to admit it does somewhat nerf the Alchemist, but the Alchemist is usually the most powerful character in the town square. And in fact, we should have probably woken Jackie first, so let's get Jackie in here. Come on, Jackie, pick up the phone. You know you want to. She disconnected. Is that camera moving? There we go. Third time's a charm. I saw you staring at your phone there, Jackie.
Yeah, I was.
Okay. So, would you or your phone like to use your ability, Night One?
No, me and my phone would not like to use my ability.
Okay, alright, cool. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, I think we'll start off by... Well, Ekin's not even sat at his... Oh, no, he is sat at his computer. He's just got it. It looks like a webcam feed, but it's not. So, Ekin and Saberknight, doesn't really matter what order we do those guys in, but we do want to take it nice and leisurely, because when there's a Legion in play, things tend to go a bit too quick, and it's a little suspicious. So I think we'll start off sending Ekin to Karen. Seems like a good choice for day one. So let's get him in here. Hello!
Hello.
So, your first name is Karen.
That's gonna be hard.
Oh, why is that, Ekin? Do you have some negative opinions about Karen's ability to be coherent or something?
Nothing negative, just, yeah, she lies. So. Everyone to their own, it's gonna make my job harder.
Oh, well, don't worry, we'll give you someone really honest tomorrow night.
Sounds great, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, and last up is Saberknight. Hello.
Hello.
You get the ever-dreaded 2. Two
A
of your
2?
living neighbors are evil. Yeah, scary number, right?
Okay. Thanks, Ben.
Alright, bye. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my selection box, a delightful script where I'm in charge of who dies. Ha ha ha! So you best all be really nice to me, and I've got a birthday coming up, and I have an Amazon wish list. Just putting that out there. Good luck, everyone.
I'm sorry, you think I have spare funds? I'm a retail employee.
Do you have spare fun?
I would like to activate my amnesiac ability and just go nah at Ben.
Registered, thank you.
Tempted to go for something really stupid and really silly.
Optimal. What are you thinking?
How many of us can we get claiming amnesiac with the ability that there are additional amnesiacs in play? It's really stupid because it really points at a Legion game, but also if we get away with it, it would be hilarious.
I mean, I think if you want to do that, the good number to aim for is like 3-ish. But you would need more of an ability. Like I think Ben would. What you need is maybe Patters to be storytelling, and then no one would ask questions. With Ben,
One thing nobody else will claim.
Yeah, agreed. I was tempted to go Lycan for the same reason.
Yeah, I may very well offer myself up as early. Wait, is there a cannibal on script?
Yes.
Yeah, Ben, if you're listening, and I'm getting executed, I will, until further notice, be bluffing Knight.
Okay.
So let's leave it at that. Have you? I have been asking which character is easy. How easy is your character to fancy dress as? And so you'll probably give me
I need to figure out what I'm bluffing to answer that, don't I?
Oh, you're going to keep the tea lady thing secret. That's
Oh,
fun.
yeah, no. The last thing we want is my neighbours to be confirmed.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, ideally, we should have no information clearing me so I can just get executed for being sus at some point.
That's a very good point. Okay.
Yeah, I might just play... I might effectively back into Boffin later.
Yeah, that's fun.
Actually, no, Alchemist knows there's no Boffin in
yeah.
play. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I will be the balloonist. And if I get in a double claim with a good player on it, even better.
Okay.
So I told you it's not the easiest, not the hardest. My reasoning being that you can just throw on any old shit and say you're a balloonist now.
Yeah, and I've said easy but very impractical. Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Well, it seems that JC's not quite as enthusiastic about his free tea lady bluff as we are. Very disappointing, JC.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the tea lady, so I'm like super into testing my neighbors.
Okay, yeah, let's test your neighbours. Yeah, for chat's benefit, I've claimed Empath 0.
Yeah.
And Saber Knight is going to test his neighbours. Do you have a preference as to which one?
I haven't talked to either of them, so
Okay, and are you really the tea lady?
Yeah, why not?
That's definitely true. Okay.
in the least suspicious way possible. Yeah, I'm probably the tea lady.
Okay, alright, excellent. Thank you.
Alright, chat. If I tell you someone has roped me into a 3 amnesiac bluff, who do you think it is?
I think it's Nikki.
Yeah. I've been roped in. Here I've been recruited, so I am bluffing triple amnesiac and asking my question for today. Apparently we have a you start knowing ability of where the closest other amnesiac is. So yeah, I'm gonna learn something. I learned something last night based on what Nikki says in town is the plan.
I'm really wishing I'd put an atheist on this script now. I think it would have really topped it off.
Yeah. I mean, who knows how this will go? Probably horribly. I'm happy to die at this point. Anyways, goodbye.
All right, bye. I should probably make some notes of this, right? So, Amni, Knight.
Ryan Banshee. Cool. And you?
I'm going to take whatever's left later. No one expects me to claim anything.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, cool. I decided to just tell you the truth because the fact that you wouldn't claim anything to me made me... Oh no, we'd have done stupid questions, of course.
We'd have done stupid questions. I would ask you if your character was a boffin about a specific subject, which subject would it be? And you gave me an answer about something avian. And that didn't help me at all.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. I think you're the farmer right now, but balloonist makes sense.
Cool. I like that. That's clever. Okay, cool. Cheers,
Ed. So, my mission is... Oh, Ben's here. Perfect. Ben, would a philosopher be able to pick the ability that the Boffin was given and the Boffin's ability, or like the demon's extra ability, be drunk?
Yeah, I think so. That's certainly how I'd rule it, because it specifies ability.
Okay, perfect. Karen, I'm on a side mission to decide what I think is a Boffin ability.
Sorry, it wouldn't be drunk. It would have to change, right? Because it says that the Boffin has to provide a not-in-play good character ability. So... Oh, I don't know, actually. That's an interesting one.
They would still be in play, because I wouldn't be in play. I would just be taking their ability.
That is an interesting one. I'll have a think on that. Come back to you.
Perfect.
Okay, well, I'm happy to share claims that I've heard so far.
Okay.
To help you out. I've heard of Banshee, I've heard of Balloonist, I've heard of Tea Lady, I've heard of Amnesiac, and I've heard of a Knight. And obviously an Empath. And Philosopher.
Oh, okay. I have heard of an empath and a lycan and a cannibal.
Oh, okay, fun. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay, well, I wish you all the best of luck then, Jackie.
All right, well, thank you. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Stupid questions, really, doesn't it?
No, you can still...
If you just tell me the answer.
I didn't tell you the answer. The answer was very thin. There was a very small sliver of what it could be, so... No,
okay.
What's your PhD in?
My PhD is in social deduction.
Ooh, very nice.
Reading people.
Reading people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let that sit with me for a bit. Thank you.
Have fun.
Don't know what that means.
So there's a lot of comments in chat about whether or not a philosopher would drunk a demon with a Boffin ability. That's not the question. It's whether or not we would have to change which ability the Boffin is giving because the philosopher has now gained that ability. Because I'm not sure if it's you have a not-in-play character ability or a not-in-play character ability. So is it the character or is it the ability that needs to not be in play? I don't know. I don't actually know the answer to that. Such is the nature of experimental characters.
That's fine. Yeah, okay.
Kind of confirm patterns.
Well, I mean, that's fine, because if people think you're Legion, then people might think that he's Legion too.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, especially with my empath zero. Yeah. What else do we have?
We have Jackie Philo.
Yeah. I think Astra might be going on this, yeah.
Yeah, both Nikki and
yeah,
Amity.
I saw them talking to the Storyteller. All right, have you spoken to anyone else? What's Shape going?
She hadn't decided yet.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, Jackie told me she's heard of a lycan and a cannibal, so yeah, definitely some of our team are going with that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
Ding.
So once again, there still seems to be some confusion about this. This discussion is not about whether or not that player would be drunk. It's about whether or not we would have to change what ability they have.
I don't know what that even means.
Hello.
Hello. I'm guessing towards my ability. I've heard of multiple amnesiacs.
Oh god, how crazy! It's almost like it's all bollocks.
For what it's worth, the amnesiac trio is me, Astra, and Chiz. We managed to talk Chiz into this. Holy shit.
Okay.
Because Chiz apparently hates bluffing amnesiac. But yeah, and it's you start knowing your closest, like Shugenja, the closest amnesiac. Obviously, I'm getting arbitrary information because there are other ways. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with that as a thing. Yeah. How hot am I?
Okay, you are so sexy, just unbelievable.
Oh, daddy.
Even sexier in grayscale, so you know what's going to be happening tonight, Nikki.
No, down, bad.
Okay, all right, enjoy.
You come to literally the other side of the planet. It's much brighter here.
Welcome to literally the other side of the planet, everyone. It is time. Nominations are open.
I'm going to let everyone know I'm the Banshee. I would very much not like to be killed by a lycanthrope. Any of the demons, feel free.
I'll nominate Patters.
JC.
Damn it, JC.
Tell us why you've
Words like
nominated
that.
Patters.
We can give the cannibal the Banshee ability and then confirm 2 people tonight.
How would you confirm a second person?
Well, you'd be confirmed as the Banshee when the cannibal got the Banshee ability when they go.
True.
We just
Okay.
need Ben to be compliant, and I'm sure he will be.
We are looking for 6.
I mean, all 3 demons are Ben's Fs.
Yeah.
I'm just going to share that there's an empath zero on Patters, so the demon should kill him at night. Ben, you should kill Patters at night.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, since Patters is now confirmed, I'll be killing him tonight. 3's not enough. Any more for any more?
I had an interesting chat. Very funny things.
Nikki, what were you talking about? In fact, I nominate Nikki.
Okay, anything to add to that question, Patters?
Nikki, what did you mean when you were pointed in my direction? There's no characters that get pointed in a direction in this game, so I don't know what that means. I'd like you to expand upon this further. Let's kill him.
It's not a. It's like a Shugenja pointing. This is not necessarily at you. I learned clockwise, and that is funny and interesting.
Yeah, I always find it hilarious when the clock turns clockwise. It's so weird, edgy. 6 votes required.
Since you, as far as I can tell, outed as Amnesia, Nikki, do you have, like, what was your guess today?
I'm gonna keep it hidden, but there's a couple of people who know.
I mean, this is obvious bullshit. Ekin, do you want to say something?
I will say that there is another hard claim of Amnesiac.
Absolutely, please do.
I would like to gossip that Karen is evil.
Thank you. Any other gossip
I'd like
already?
to gossip that Patters, JC, and Jackie all have the ability to confirm themselves this game.
Okay, cheers.
I would like to thank people for reminding me that gossip is on this script. I would like to gossip that either I or my neighbours have the lowest number of combined steps to all members of the evil team out of all the good players in this game. And once gossips are done, I'll have a nomination.
Okay, Saber Knight, do you want to gossip?
Yeah, I'd like to gossip that neither Ryan nor JC can die today.
Okay, JC.
I would like to gossip that Chiz's gossip was false, but would have been true if Ed was not sat next to him and Ekin was instead. Like if that player was taken.
Okay, go on then, Chiz.
Chiz nominates Chiz.
Alright, tell us why you've nominated yourself.
We've lost the chance to kill Nikki. I am offering myself up as cannibal food and also asking Town to take this role away from me. Then we can prove that Nikki is evil. And give it to someone who will have a better chance. Yeah, I think that pretty much says everything. I apologise because I suddenly realised that the cannibal probably didn't need to know all of that. Never mind.
Okay.
Get me out of here.
Majority is still 6. Six is enough. Chiz is about to die.
I'll nominate Ryan.
Okay. Tell us why you've nominated Ryan.
I think it'd be really good to test Ryan here while Saber Knight has the least chance of being poisoned today.
Okay. Ryan?
I'm not the best test. I'm not the worst test. I'm actually... There's a cannibal. We could do this.
Alright. We are looking for 7.
I have reason to believe that Chiz is good.
Wait, we're saying that
I'll break a tie.
There's a is this a tea lady?
Yeah, Saber Knight's claim tea lady. Yes,
Well,
Nikki is
okay.
actively double claiming me and saying I'm good, which is interesting.
That's because Nikki is evil.
Any other nominations?
I'll nominate JC.
Ekin, tell us why you've nominated poor JC.
The other side of the potential test. We could do this if we want.
JC?
I'm not going to advocate for my own death on day one of a game with Legion on the script.
Alright, 7 to die, 6 to tie. Three's not enough. Chiz is still about to die. Any other nominations?
kind of think we should have gone there, but oh well.
Calling it then in 5.
I'm slightly wishing you hadn't reminded me to scroll
4.
all the way down the script, JC.
3.
I did think it was weird that you self-nominated.
2.
Yeah.
1. Chiz is executed and dies. Ron goes to sleep. This is fine. We don't have to. We don't have to keep the Boffin on JC because it can change over the course of the game, according to Jams, whose word is law. So here are some things that we could do. See what you guys think about these. We could give someone. So here's an interesting one. If we give one of the legions the Banshee ability and then kill them at night, do they get to use the Banshee's ability the next day? Because if that's a yes, then we can do that and then give another legion a new Boffin ability the following night, and then make it look like a poisoner is poisoning a dead Banshee. Because that would be pretty funny, I think. Do you have to tell JC that they don't have the ability? No. So this kind of balances itself out because it confuses legions a bit as well. Do you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes because I've been told it can move. I think that's, and at the end of the day, this is an experimental character that's just come out. We're supposed to be experimenting with it. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we're gonna kill. I think we kill Ryan tonight. Yeah, let's do. Yeah, I think that's probably the right call. Night order. First things first. Let's get Jackie because this might scupper everything. Hello.
Hello. I'm still holding on to it.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night if you survive long enough.
Yep, we'll find out. Thanks, bye.
Bye. Okay, let's remove this. Because now we're going to give... Oh, yeah, we're going to give Ryan... Boffin... and Banshee. Okay, let's go break the news to Ryan. Again, don't know if this is how the... If you're a person from the future and you're watching this in 3 years' time and the wording's been completely changed and this is no longer legal, oh, I bet you wish you were playing 3 years ago when it was, because this is ridiculous. Hello.
Hey, Ben.
I have checked this with Jams and... The answer was the wording is unclear, so possibly yes. But apparently I can move a Boffin ability around if we have multiple demons. So congratulations, Ryan. You have acquired the Boffin Banshee ability tonight.
Nice.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Okay. If this works out, we might leave it on Ryan just to... But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Because there's a part of me that thinks, oh, the alchemist should probably have the ability to nail down what the one ability is. But also, again, it's experimental, isn't it? We're trying to figure out what is and isn't balanced, what does and doesn't work. So there we go, that's a death. We now must announce to the whole of the town that the Banshee has risen from the grave. Ladies and gentlemen, the Banshee has risen from the grave.
Whoa.
I really want to ask Storm wake up and discover it's not Patters now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. You learn a 2.
I learned a 2. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll now send Ekin to our Boffin. Because that seems like a useful bit of info for Ekin to have. Hello.
Hello.
We're going to send you to Patters.
Of course. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to. So, do we just add the reminder token? I'm assuming just the reminder token will work, right? Do we have to change Ryan to? I don't. This is a programming question. Do we have to change Ryan's token to be the? We probably should, just to be safe, right? There we go. Good morning, everyone. Ryan died in the night.
I'm confirmed 3 minutes to Sunday right now. I told the Lycan to pick me.
You told the Lycan to pick you?
Yep. And
okay.
yeah.
Then you shouldn't have announced.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have announced the Banshee.
Oh yeah. Maybe Lycans may be evil. Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that mean then that the Lycan's got is a boffined?
Or, and I hate to say this, yes, the Lycan is boffined.
Oh, I see, yeah.
That is confusing and cursed.
Let Ed in.
Sure.
Alright, I'm calling Ed. What's up, Ed?
Hey, Ed.
I just meant to ask to talk to you, but I'm happy to have the 3-way if you're up for it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Paris, you want to explain yourself? Are you?
I'm the Boffin.
Not being the Banshee. You're the Boffin.
I'm the alchemist Boffin.
Are you now? Okay.
Yeah. So this sucks. I just wanted to claim something that might get me not killed. So.
Okay.
And there was there's no point in me backing off in the middle of the night. I already know what's going to happen. So why would I back off now?
Okay.
I obviously don't know what ability the demon has. So.
Well, if you're actually the Ed, why don't you say what you got going on, and then I'll explain myself after.
I've got very little going on. I'm the mayor. I was considering doing something ridiculous with the Banshee, and then was told by 2 separate people that they were the Banshee. In that I spoke to Ryan immediately before you, Patters,
nice.
and was like, sure. So I was like, okay, never mind. I'll not do that then.
This makes either Karen evil or me poisoned or drunk, because I'm the balloonist that got Karen and then Paris, and both of you are claiming townsfolk.
Oh no.
So that's fun.
I mean, I could be the drunk.
Yeah, I guess.
Alchemist Boffin isn't super helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also looking at evils, right? If it's Legion, then drunking an alchemist Boffin is cruel. It's way more fun not to. But Little Monster, that's not a bad thing to do, because then if you're drunk, you can see an ability that is actually in play.
Yeah.
And we spend the entire time thinking it's the other 3. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Interesting.
I'm not enthused to get executed so that another player can gain, or the demon can get a different. If I am sober, a demon can get a different ability. I think that would be less than advantageous.
Yeah, I hear that.
But if we don't have a cannibal, then you stop giving the demon some ability, and then
If we don't have a cannibal, sure, but
that's better. But
well, I'll survey the town and see if anyone tells me they're the cannibal. I got very little response when I asked other things yesterday.
I mean, I have 3 amnesiacs, so
I mean, Nikki's obviously evil, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start bullying that. I've also got another double claim that I'm gonna go and look at, so I'll be back in a bit.
I'm gonna continue to claim Banshee.
Okay, great. We'll see Ryan is Philo then. That's fine. Okay.
The public, the publicness of Chiz being like, Nikki, you're double claiming me.
Hello, amnesiacs. How's it going?
How would this logistically work with the app, Nikki? That's my other question. How do we sell this?
I thought Chiz was supposed to be a 3rd amnesiac, Nikki. Did he forget?
Shit, that's a good point. How would it work with the app?
Yeah, that's my question.
How would what work with the app? What are you trying to make work?
Oh, no, you can have multiple roles. You
Yeah?
Yeah. No, that's fine. We're all good. We're all good. Okay. You gave me a heart attack then. Yeah, so I'm now saying to you that now that I've heard of a couple of amnesiacs, that I think you should ask Ben about your ability adding. So did you hear of another amnesiac yesterday? That's gonna be the question.
Well, just the public, obviously. You and Chiz were quite outed.
We never said amnesiac publicly. So from your point of view,
But everyone else said it publicly. I mean, that's what JC said. JC said, "Oh, well, you're claiming amnesiac," and then it's like, "Oh, double claim of amnesiac. I've heard so many amnesiacs."
Fair enough. So yeah, so you're pointing clockwise. I'm pointing clockwise because mine will be.
I think Ryan. It's very possible that Ryan is. So I'm the alchemist Boffin, so it's very possible that Ryan is just Legion who died early.
Oh, so you think you've given Ryan the Banshee ability?
Yeah, but that's really bad. If that's true, so you know,
it's funny, but
it's funny. Don't get me wrong, and I'm a connoisseur of the goof, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm hoping
it's an interesting because
yeah, Pat is such a comedian that he painted his beard white and his forehead gold. Look, it's crazy. He loves the surreal comedy.
Crazy guy.
It's on the one hand, I kind of want to kill you to see what happens with Ryan's ability to nominate, but on the other hand, if it is a Legion game, we really don't want you to die.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I don't want to die.
Yeah, yeah, that's very fair. Yeah, I'm getting more suspicious of Ryan, I think.
Fair.
All right. And that makes me suspicious of Saber Knight as well, because I think in a Legion game...
thing, yeah, it doesn't seem to make
I think you claim T-Lady to try and get a good neighbour killed, right?
Yeah, I think so too. All right. What are you, JC?
I'm the balloonist.
That's a double claim.
Ooh. Exciting. Who else is claiming balloonist?
Your neighbour.
Is it Ekin?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then.
Okay. Are you the balloonist?
One of us is the balloonist.
Okay. Do you see how that makes it look like you're also Legion?
In that world, is Saber Knight claiming T-Lady?
I don't know.
Yes.
Hello.
Game. Well, apparently I'm asking to, confirm in my eyes that Nikki is, real and not lying. That...
Oh, you're going to ask, like, does my ability add in more amnesiacs or something?
Yeah, which I think is dumb. But you know what? I'm sticking to the plan.
I mean, not to give too much away, but it's not the only dumb thing that's happening this game. I can assure you of that.
I'm excited. I think it's fun. So I'm so great.
All right, very warm, Astra. Well done. You've got it.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, let's get these guys back. I've got some ideas about what to do with this Boffin thing. I'll express them at night because we've got a kill time at night anyway, right? So let's get everyone back to the circle.
Oh, I think.
Thank you, Alejo. That is very useful to know. For the benefit of everyone else, you do need to put that token down. Okay, welcome back, everyone who isn't ignorant. Would anyone like to gossip? Go on, Ekin.
I would like to gossip that we have 3 amnesiacs in the game somehow.
Okay. Chiz, would you like to gossip?
No, but I'd like to ask a storyteller clarification. Do you use Patters's house ruling of amnesiacs to allow them to guess after they die?
No, I run rules as written amnesiacs, but I give them a suitably powerful ability to reward them for surviving and guessing. So just survive amnesiacs. You know.
Plural amnesiacs.
Make it so that the demon doesn't kill you at night, you know. Convince them not to attack you. Anyway, would anyone else like to gossip? Shade.
I'm the knight. I'm not gossiping, sorry.
Okay.
I was just had a public statement. I'll let gossip finish.
I'll gossip that Shade is the knight.
Okay, thank you. JC?
I will gossip that Amnesiac is a demon bluff.
Alright. Any more for any more? Then nominations and statements are open. Just go ahead and talk.
Yep, I'm the knight. I'm not sure there's worthwhile keeping that secret at this point, because, like, what am I afraid of? Getting poisoned? I don't know if I should keep my Ping's secret or not. I'm not really like. The problem is that like either we have a Lycan controlling kills or we have Ben controlling kills.
If it's Ben, he already knows your pings. If it's a Lycan,
Right.
it might be worth outing them so that they don't kill them.
I've actually been running this game with my eyes closed. I think that might be relevant. Just FYI.
That is helpful to know. Ben is a savant. Alright, I can out my pings if that's what people want.
Go for it.
Okay. My pings are JC and Karen.
Ryan nominates Patrick.
Ryan
dead.
nominates.
Oh, no, you're a Banshee,
Patters.
yes.
Tell us why.
I am just the Banshee. Patters isn't backing down, which means that either he's evil. There's no other madness on the script, so he's just evil unless he backs. I thought he's Pixie. Couldn't claim it now.
Okay, Patters.
Fine. I'll admit it. I'm the Banshee.
Okay, 5 is the number required.
I like how we've reached a point where that just makes me think Patters is good more.
Remember, Ryan, you have 2 hands.
Oh yeah, I counted 2. I didn't even.
No hands. No hands for Ryan. 5.
No.
4's not enough. Patters lives.
God, how do I do the 2-hand thing? I've never been Banshee since the 2-hand thing.
You need to put the has ability reminder down on yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, any other nominations?
For what it's worth, I got hot.
What was
Open a
your
window then, Nikki.
question and info?
The person who knows what I was asking knows what that means.
Okay.
I did have a certain understanding that we'd go for the other half of the double claim today.
It's not a double claim.
I will nominate Nikki.
Patters, tell us why you've nominated Nikki.
Nikki is evil.
Nikki.
So my statement is not a double claim. Is correct. But so is my statement of it's a triple claim. But I'm good with that.
Okay.
Please execute Nikki.
We are looking for 5.
Wait, hang on, there's a third one?
Yeah, it's me.
What?
5 is enough. Nikki's about to die with 5. Any other nominations?
Astra will nominate Shade.
Astra, why would you like to kill Shade?
Sadly, I hate to say it, I trust Nikki. I was not trusting him with the whole amnesiac nonsense. I felt it was a bluff, but then I did ask today if my ability added in extra amnesiacs, and I did get a hot. So I do believe Nikki is confirmed. Shade, I don't know. Shade's just claiming night.
Shade?
Look, if you all want to kill me for a cannibal, by all means. I don't even know if there is one. That being said, I'm not voting for myself.
Okay, 6 to die, 5 to tie.
My hot was that we got all the same ability. For what it's worth.
They did all independently claim similar
Seems not
ability, but it could just be coordination.
Ryan exercising some Goliath level restraint to not use those 2 hands.
I think he intended to earlier.
I'll nominate
yes, definitely.
Astra.
Karen, why have you nominated Astra?
One last opportunity to give Ryan to use the 2 hands today.
Okay, Astra.
Kill me, kill Nikki, you know, it's all the same.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Alright, 6 to die,
I'd rather
5 to
not
tie.
kill either of us.
Should we tie it then if you're confirmed?
I haven't.
What a dick move. 1's not enough. 2's not enough, sorry. Okay, I don't think you're going to top this. You're not even coming close. So I'll call it
I'm
in
gonna
5.
nominate. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna nominate Saber Knight.
Nikki, why oh why have you nominated Saber Knight?
So, wasn't Saber Knight claiming Tea Lady? And Ryan's died.
Is that true, Saber Knight?
Seems like it's interesting to nominate me and not my neighbor.
Well, I just find it interesting that so Ben chose that kill. So if Ben doesn't know what you're claiming, then that's a weird whereas if you are actually Tea Lady, then why would Ben kill one of your neighbors? Because then that points directly at JC. I don't know. I know I like doing this. I'm trying to meta the storyteller. Okay, why kill Ryan there?
Okay, do you want to respond to that, Saber Knight?
No, that's fine. You can run it.
All right, we're looking for 6. Okay, still, again, nowhere near enough, so calling it in 5. Nikki is executed and dies. Good night, everyone. Okay. I've had some time to think about this, and I think that if we continually move it around, that will probably signal to Patters the Boffin that this is a Legion game, because he will eventually ask that question, which I think makes it an interesting but ultimately useful tool for the good team. There are a whole legion of people out there who accuse me of being a terrible storyteller because I do things like this instead of backing the good team and helping the good team. But I think this is helping the good team, to be honest. But also, this is a safe environment where we're all friends and everybody knows that we're here to experiment and push the envelope a little bit. So I think this is fine. I don't think that this makes me a bad person or a bad storyteller, and I don't think it's going to make anyone here have a bad game. But hey, I might be wrong about that. But I think this is fine. And I am genuinely intrigued to see if the goodies will figure this out or not. So let's just go ahead and do it. And do you know what? If it makes me the second coming of Hitler, then I suppose I'll deal with that when it happens. But I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be all right. So the question is, what do we do now? Because yeah, taking this away from Ryan is going to make him look very, very dodgy now. So let's remove that. Let's turn him back to Legion. Okay, so Farmer is an option. Oh god, we've got Ryan here.
Hey, Ben.
Hello.
I just wanted to check, do I lose my Banshee ability tonight? Because I removed the token, then don't accidentally use it.
So does the Demon's Death remove the Boffin ability? Is that what you're asking?
I didn't know if you're removing the Boffin ability. Yeah, something like that. I wanted to double check to make sure I have it or not.
So, sorry, can you? I'm a little confused as to what you're asking.
You talked about moving the Boffin ability. I didn't know if you're giving it to anyone else.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right? Yeah, I might not, but I mechanically don't tell you that. So you can make of that what you will.
So I can keep it up. Okay, cool. Thanks.
No worries. Okay. Yeah, he's a smart cookie. Okay, I think we kill Shade, but we give them the Farmer's ability. I'm not going to make an evil legion into a golem because that's too punishing for the good team. If I do that, it will be later in the game, probably tomorrow night. We could make Pat as the farmer, yeah. I think what we'll probably do is make Saber Knight into the farmer, because that will further implicate Ryan as dodgy. This is tough. This is tough, but I think I'm going to go with my initial gut, and we'll have... Boffin, farmer. Okay, well, first of all, let's see what Jackie does. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Do you want to use it?
Yes. I flipped a coin between two things that seemed like they would be fun, and I would like to use it to gain the ability of the mayor.
The mayor, okay. Mayor it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We could now just immediately turn Jackie into a farmer. I actually think I've changed my mind about farmer because that then obliges me to prove a good player as good. At least to some degree. Oh, does it actually, now that I think about it? I don't know. We could turn Astra into an amnesiac and give Astra an amnesiac ability that enables them to do something really ridiculous, like resurrect a player. That would be pretty funny, actually. Yeah, okay, screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we'll edit this, shall we?
Hello.
Hello, Astra. The Boffin has given you the amnesiac's ability.
Woo! Okay.
Would you like to use your ability tonight?
Yeah, I don't know how long this will last.
Okay. Please select a dead player.
Oh. Well, I gotta choose one of my friends, you know? I'll go with Chiz, yeah.
Okay, Chiz it is. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to have Astra's amnesiac ability be each night, choose if you die or not. If you do choose to die, resurrect a player of your choice. So we're going to have 2 deaths tonight to somewhat balance out the fact that a Legion's come back to life. I think those 2 deaths will be Astra and Shade. But Chiz will resurrect. This is really stupid. Boffin. Amni. Okay. Fucking, this is so ridiculous. Okay, so... Saber Knight is now going to learn a 1. And we last sent Ekin to Patters. So we'll now send him to Ed, I think. Hello.
Hello.
Tonight you learn Ed.
Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hello.
You'll be pleased to know that now only one of your living neighbours is evil.
Now only one of them. Thanks, Ben.
You're welcome. Good morning, everybody. Shade died in the night. Astra died in the night. Just came back to life.
What?
Oh, what the... Okay.
What the hell?
Oh, maybe one amnesiac always has to be alive.
I picked Chiz. I picked Chiz.
Mm.
Hold on.
Okay, can we have that council?
Okay.
Yes.
Because I've got to ask a question now, and I haven't the faintest bloody
Can I
idea.
cry in a corner? Is that an option? Let's
That's-
go cry in a corner.
Crazy.
I really did.
Wait, hang on a minute. What the hell?
I did it. I did it. I picked Chiz.
Oh.
Okay, here's our issue. Okay,
Is Ben cycling boffins between different
somebody
registered
needs to
legions?
warn Ryan. Okay, Ryan no longer has the badge.
Ryan has to know.
Interestingly, Cycling Boffins is the name of my introspective indie band.
It's a good name.
Okay.
Of course, because we're constantly flickering between registering as Legion and Minion, and every time the Boffin Legion registers a Minion, it can move on. I love this, Ben. You are a wonderful person.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, cheers.
Right, so no doubt it's moved on again, but you presumably got an amnesiac ability to resurrect.
Yes, I picked you, just so.
This is amazing.
And I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. I think that's part of our ability. You know,
Yes.
I think it's great.
Okay, fine. So what question am I asking? And then, Ben, would you mind sticking around for a brief while afterwards?
Okay,
Me to
so-
ask.
Of course.
Our ability as far as public is
Yeah, good luck with this, lads.
You start knowing.
You start knowing your closest amnesiac.
You start knowing the direction of your closest amnesiac.
When the
one-
last amnesiac dies, if they choose another amnesiac, they are resurrected. We like it?
Okay. This
That's
makes.
the last amnesiac, and I died.
I mean, this picks this fits all of the known facts, except the one where we live in a sane and rational universe. So we'll just have to do without that part.
Oh, yes!
I love it.
The thing which I love the most about this is Chiz was like, I'm gonna off myself because I don't want to have to worry about all of these shenanigans. And then we're like, nope.
Come back, Chiz.
I'm coming back into this. So
This is not a feigned look of utter despair.
So you start knowing the direction of your closest Amni, and will Shugenja wise, it's arbitrary for me. And when the last Amni dies,
By the demon, I guess, probably.
Well, the demon is there's no other way to die on this script.
yeah,
I mean, just not execution, not execution.
Oh right, yeah, sorry. Let's not overcomplicate it. When the last amnesiac is dead, they pick a player. If that is another amnesiac, they come back to life.
yeah.
Perfect. Are we getting
So
that to the bingo?
it's going to have to be the first time the last amnesiac
Yes.
dies, because we are not doing this again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ask that question. Good luck.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go raw.
Now, the entertaining thing is that if you've cycled round the Boffin ability, I could actually have the amnesiac ability right. Oh no, I'd know. You'd have told me.
Yeah, I would have told you.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Okay. Is my ability you start knowing the direction of your closest fellow amnesiac. When the last amnesiac is dead, they may pick a player. If they pick an amnesiac, that amnesiac comes back to life. For the first, the first time the last amnesiac dies, they may pick a player. If another amnesiac is picked, they come back to life.
Wow, that is quite the ability text. I'm supposed to tell you if you're
bracket,
hot,
plus two
cold, or
amnesia.
bingo. I'm going to tell you that you are bold.
Unfortunately, and I hope you don't mind me bringing up some accent differences. Did you say bald or bold?
I'm from the north, so that had an O in it.
Okay. Thank you, but accurate either way. Okay. Thank you.
Good luck.
Well,
Let's go.
Ben joined
See
at the perfect time, just at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, Ben. We're out. Bye.
Careful not to vote and stuff.
Okay, yeah. If you talk to
Ben?
Ben about it, then I lose my ability. Then we're good.
Oh, no, Ben never responded. We
Hello.
just talked to him.
Ben, good question. So Nikki's saying that because Astra has the Amni ability, which is now provable, I should know that I do not have the Banshee ability, so I cannot vote. Is this accurate?
Well,
Or do we
you
still have the
know
Banshee
that.
ability?
You know that because you've worked it out, but there's nothing that says I have to inform a previously boffined demon.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. As long as I work it out, that's what I'm saying. I just don't want to vote illegally or stuff and then have it not count or something. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't forget there's a poisoner on the script though, so you could just be a poisoned dead banshee.
Ah, that's fair.
Ah.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it's time everyone came back.
Cheers, how'd the question go?
I blame chat.
I blame chat too.
Yes.
But I also love chat.
I also blame a French cat. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, does anyone want to gossip? Go for it, Patters.
I will gossip that Nikki, Shade, Jackie, Astra, JC, Ekin, Chiz, and Karen are all Legion.
Okay. Cheers.
Normally I wouldn't do this, but in reference to a previous game that not many people here were even in, I will gossip that Ben Burns is a menace to society.
Okay. That's incorrect. I'm only a menace to the societies that I'm in. Not all of them. Would anyone like to nominate? Yes,
Can
Karen.
I gossip that 4 players are not on mute?
I'll nominate Chiz.
Patters, why do you want to kill Chiz? He's only just come back to life.
I am the alchemist Boffin, and I believe that Legion, some of them, have the amnesiac ability and have the ability to revive other Legion. I think that is what is happening. So this confirmation train is due to stop right now. Let's kill him.
Cheers.
I mean, I really would, in a non-Legion script, still be saying, get me out of here at this point, because this is silly beyond all belief. I would point out that you can't use Boffin to simulate a multi-amnesiac thing, though, because Boffin can only be one... if it's Legion, Boffin can only give it to one Legion, right?
The only person who needed it was Astra.
Hmm.
When Astra dies, it goes to an unlive one.
Wait, can it move?
It has to. It's the demon, which is a living demon.
Oh, that's Okay then. I suppose in that world, though, at least you've ruled out any other confirmation. From my perspective, I hate saying this, but Nikki and Astra are confirmed, except in that very weird and wonderful world. The other thing, I suppose, is that in that world, I don't think it necessarily makes anybody else Legion. It just means that Astra got to resurrect somebody, even if they're a Boffin Legion sliding in amongst amnesiacs.
All right, we are looking for 4.
I think it is crazy that the amnesiac ability would both be, I would like to resurrect somebody, and there are 3 of us. It's too confirmatory. It's too powerful. It's simply unbelievable.
3's not enough.
Are you saying
Unbelievable,
Ben
Jeff.
wouldn't do something, Patters?
Yes.
Strong statement.
I think also the fact that we independently, because the whole direction thing.
You keep saying you did it independently, but you have a different ability to Chiz and Astra according to the start of the game, right? You didn't all learn directions, right?
No, we did.
We did, yeah.
I don't believe it.
I mean, the annoying thing is, Patters, ordinarily, if this were anyone else saying what you're saying, I'd be smugly saying, well, I know at least one storyteller who would definitely do this kind of thing. Since that storyteller would be you...
Second call.
I'll nominate JC.
Karen, why do you want to kill JC? What's he done?
Well, I haven't heard from him much this game, so just want to hear him out.
Go on, JC.
Hi, Karen. How are you doing? Currently, I'm super on the fence about the Legion thing. On the one hand, I do agree with everything Pat has said. In fact, the first thing Patterson and I did today was discuss this exact thing. The problem I have is in a Legion game, I think there's too many people I trust. It's definitely possible that a Legion has snuck in there. But I think on balance, if people are suspicious of me, I don't hate being the execution for today. I am in a night ping, but in a Legion game that would be pretty meaningless because we'd just say Shade was Legion. So, yeah.
All right, we're still looking for 4. Four is enough. JC about to die with 4. Any other nominations? In that case, I will end the day in 5.
I'll nominate Saber Knight.
JC, why do you want to kill Saber Knight?
If it, in a world in which it is Legion, I think Saber Knight has been trying to get me killed as a good player. In a world in which it's not Legion, I think Saber Knight is in a double claim from what I can tell, and has pivoted off of T-Lady into that double claim when his neighbours died.
Saber Knight?
You'll find that my first conversation, I told Jackie my actual role and then started claiming T-Lady. Also, if it's not Legion, then pivoting into the double claim is certainly something if I'm evil. And if it is Legion, sure, I'll probably die in the night because I'm super suspicious and not going to be the carry, right?
Okay, 5 to die, 4 to tie.
I guess the pivot would have just been because you couldn't stick with T-Lady at that point. But if you claimed it to Jackie early, then... Yeah.
0's not enough. JC is about to die in 5 seconds.
JC, I can stick with it until you die, right?
I think
Like,
Saber Knight
in the world where I'm pushing you as evil.
JC
Yeah, I think
is
that's likely,
executed
Ryan.
and dies. Everyone goes to sleep. Okay, I'm just going to delete these reminders because they're clogging things up a bit. So, I think this is the point at which I, as a storyteller, would consider killing a good player. But I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to make Chiz the Boffin lycanthrope. And let Chiz decide who dies. So, does Lycan go alien and... Oh.
Hey, Ben.
Hello.
I wanted to ask a storyteller question, but it's about Legion-specific stuff, so I couldn't ask it during the day without it being super sus.
It's alright, go for it.
Alchemist Boffin is only giving exactly one Legion a power at any given time, right? So
That is correct, yes. So I'm sure you figured out by now what is happening, roughly.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it skips, it abandons someone else.
Cool. Okay, so that was the follow-up question is, Ryan, as Legion who gained the Banshee ability, once the Boffin ability has moved on to an amnesiac power for someone, Ryan can no longer nominate or vote, right?
That is right, yeah, that's correct.
Cool. Okay, cool. That's just what I wanted to check. Thanks very much.
No worries. Okay, okay, so yes, Knight Order. We've got Philosophers already. Yeah, so we are Lycanthrope first. Let's get Chiz in here.
Hello.
Hello, Chiz. You'll be pleased to know that the Boffin has given you the Lycanthrope's ability tonight. Who would you like to attack?
You are doing some wonderful showcasing tonight in this book.
Thanks.
Thank you. This is
I've probably made the community like 50% worse by showing that this is technically possible.
It's okay. It's okay. If the community needs to get even worse than that, I've got a ton. I threatened Jams earlier with a script called "Boffin abilities are intended for the recluse only."
That's brilliant.
I've got a choice here, haven't I?
This is a tough decision you've got here because there's some heavy hitters here.
Ekin is getting good info. Saber Knight is about to learn half of the good team, not counting himself. Sorry, 2/3 not counting himself. Or I could kill Patters and put a stop to this nonsense. And I don't actually remember what Jackie's claiming. Of course, if I kill Ekin, then I give Saber Knight a 1, which isn't so bad because he had a 1 between Jackie and JC last night, so he can have a 1. But that would have been from a 2 between JC and Astra. So do I? But if I kill Jackie, then Saber Knight learns that Patters is good, and I do not need people trusting Patters. So I, with apologies to Ed, I choose to kill Ekin, please.
Okay, Ekin it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's good. So I'm just thinking for future nights, we could give a Legion the farmer ability, kill them, have one of these 3 good players become a farmer, and then on a subsequent night give a Legion the drunk ability, and they could choose to drunk the farmer. But we can't assume they're going to do that, and I don't know. We'll see how we feel when we get there. But for now, we only have to give Saber Knight a 1. Which is pretty powerful information, actually, given that one of them has the Mayor's ability. Amazingly, this has actually worked out to be quite balanced. And because Patters has figured out that Legion has been given townsfolk abilities to do weird stuff, I think you could construct a pretty reasonable argument for saying that him getting the Boffin's ability has actually been a Legion sniffer, effectively. So I quite like how this has gone down. It's pretty good. Let's get Saber Knight in here.
Hello.
Hello. You learn that one of your living neighbours is evil.
One it is. Thank you.
Cheers. Patters, Legion sniffer. That just makes him sound like he's a serial creep of some kind. let's not let him hear that quote. Okay. We've had a 1 death in the night. That's all we've got to do. Let's wake these guys up.
Notes at the same time.
Good morning, everybody. I have noted that Ekin died in the night.
Yeah, convenient that. Ekin, were you the pixie?
No.
No, I was the pixie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just 2 balloonists dying one after the other, eh? Yeah, whatever.
No, it's almost like the Storytellers. He keeps.
Hello. The fact that Ryan is refusing to vote is making me very happy that you're the.
Has Ryan
alchemist
ever
Boffin
voted
Legion.
twice?
No.
Ben, a question
But
about how Alchemist Boffin works.
Go for it.
Or just how Boffin works. If Ryan was the demon who had the Banshee's ability, when they die, are they announced as the Banshee and have the Banshee's ability, or are they just announced as the Banshee?
I would rule that in a situation where a demon dies and they have the Banshee's ability, they would retain the Banshee's ability.
Okay. So, I mean, Ryan could still be Legion.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah.
Ryan did nominate whilst dead, by the way, in case you
That
missed
is true. Yeah, we did forget. I did forget that. He does,
Yeah, I forgot
he
that
does
as well.
have
I've
the
been like,
Banshee's
Ryan
ability.
hasn't voted once. Like, this is bullshit. And then, yeah, no, Ryan did nominate. He nominated you, didn't he?
Yes, he did. But that's because I claimed to be the Banshee. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got this
I mean-
correct or not, but historically, in situations where there are multiple demons, so let's say, for example, if a sage, if there are 2 Fangus and the sage is killed, you can tell them either or both, right?
Yeah. As long as
Yeah.
A
So,
demons in there.
so I would just apply that logic to Boffin unless I'm told otherwise.
Cool. All right.
Right, we'll go with that. I mean, I think either way, Paz, the way
Yeah.
like that makes it less conclusive. Because I was being like, that's just Legion. But
I still think it's Legion.
I still think it's
I can't.
Legion.
I can't explain the amnesiac stuff. Is the problem if it's Legion? So
Well, still, the Legion Boffin allows Ben to move who's boffined.
and I mean, Ryan could just be the Banshee. Who died
Ryan could
first.
just be the Banshee, and we could just have 3 amnesiacs. So, you know, I'm fine with leaving Chiz alive for a while.
Well, the 3 amnesiac thing, I don't believe. I will keep nominating Chiz, but I believe Ryan could be the Banshee in the Legion game to take us off the scent of Legion.
Well, it's more, in my world, if it's not Legion, I think the evil team is basically probably JC, to be honest, but with Saber Knight and one of Jackie and Karen.
Yeah.
As a little monster trio, because I'm not seeing Yagababble.
No, no one's saying anything. Well, I don't think anyone said anything twice that one night. That would have.
No.
Well,
Well,
other than me
completely
saying
possible.
I'm the Banshee, but I'm not the Yagababble, so.
Yeah, and I mean, you didn't even say that for the relevant night.
Yeah, exactly.
And you said it way more than that on the previous ones. Let's be honest. So I'm basically in the world of I get to find out whether Ben's going to leave me alive to get a mayor win or whether I die and have to work it out.
I will go for a mayor win if given the opportunity, I think.
Appreciate that. Because, yeah, like, in a Legion world, I think those same people are evil, plus as many others as are needed, you know?
Yeah. Let's kill Jackie.
I think that's fair.
I'm not sure I buy this. We all came up with it independently thing. It's so easy in Legion just to talk to one person and tell that person to tell two other people something. So
yeah,
that
I spoke
confirmation
to
train.
Nikki.
She used it already, so
Fair enough.
I think she would have gone mayor.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah. Is Ed still sticking to mayor, right?
I don't know. Ed didn't. I've only spoken to Ed, and that was my first conversation, and he hadn't decided on his bluff.
Okay, I heard he was going mayor or cannibal.
Yeah. He just didn't want to be a
Yeah.
part of the amnesiac fun.
No.
Anyway, I'm gonna head
Alright.
back.
Okay, see ya.
JC's definitely a real. It's definitely a minion possibility in my world. So.
Alright, Chiz. I've decided I'm going to trust you for now.
That means you have to trust
This
me too.
makes me even more nervous. Yeah.
I do not have to trust you, Mickey.
Oh.
Welcome back, everyone. Would anybody like to make a gossip?
I would like to gossip that Jackie is holding Little Monster.
Okay, Karen.
I will gossip that Pat is gossiped that Jackie is holding the little monster.
Okay, cheers.
I will gossip that no evil players have, in the course of this game, gossiped on every single day. Or there exists no evil player in this game who has gossiped every single day.
I will not accept that gossip.
Okay, damn
Don't worry, Chiz isn't gossip.
Funnily enough, I don't keep track of these things. Cheers.
But chat!
Do you know what? One person in chat probably could answer that, but
Yeah.
there's currently a very robust discussion going on about something else, so it would get buried. Anyway, there are 6 of you alive, 3 votes required, noms are open.
I would like to nominate Jackie.
Patters, tell us why you've nominated Jackie.
I know I'm good. Karen is saying that Chiz is good. And we can kill Saber Knight next.
Jackie?
No, thank you.
Okay, we are looking for 3 as a minimum. Four is enough. It's not looking good for Jackie.
I don't like the fact the only person who I mechanically trust confirmed. See the right use of the word confirmed. At least to me, didn't vote on that. So that means evil's definitely voted.
The trouble is, Nikki, I've got this horrible, horrible world where the reason we have such a long-winded and overpowered ability is because there is only one good non-amnesiac. So I'm keeping my hands down, I think, for most of this game.
I think it's unlikely you'll top that 4.
Very what?
5 seconds.
I should have chose something I wanted instead of something fun.
Okay, Jackie is executed and dies. We all hit the hay. Okay. What to do now? We've just done everything. We could give one of the legions the mayor ability, by giving a Legion the Cannibal's ability. That could be interesting towards the close of the game. Actually, no, it would give them the Philosopher's ability, wouldn't it? Which would let them choose to have an ability. But I don't know if that's really... I don't know if that's such a great idea. We could give Karen the Gossip ability, but it doesn't really do anything because we can kill multiple characters at night with Legion. Again, Farmer is an option. We could give a Legion the Farmer ability and then kill them. And then we could turn Patters into the Farmer. Or we could turn Saber Knight into the Farmer. That's something that 2 Legions could lie about having happened. Yeah, we can't really give them Philosopher, that's right, because they'd just choose Lycan and then win the game. I don't think there are many other... I think we've exhausted the vast majority of what we can do here. So I think we're just going to go for the... yeah, let's kill... Let's give Karen... No, let's give... we're keeping Ed alive. Could be... Chiz was executed, wasn't he? Bring him back as a... that seems a little silly. Philo is in play, that's a very good point, yeah. Let's do Ed. Ed's claiming Mayor. That is something that someone who is the Farmer would claim. Ed is claiming Mayor. We could give Ed Mayor, and then keep him alive until right at the very end. Because there's going to be 4 tomorrow. Oh god, this is difficult. I think giving Ed Mayor and enabling him to get a Mayor win for the evil team is mechanically identical to him not having the Mayor ability and everyone just choosing not to execute. So I'm not going to do that. I'm instead going to give Ed the Farmer ability because a Mayor bluff is something that you would reasonably claim. Let's do it.
Hello.
Hello. How would you feel if I gave you the Farmer's ability and killed you?
I think that I've been setting myself up with some of the good players to potentially survive a final 3. I would worry about either Karen or Chiz managing it right now. Karen maybe, Chiz I don't think would. Like, Patters and I think Saber Knight are both quite locked into Chiz being evil. Karen is unlikely, so I would prefer to survive, but I wouldn't... You know more than I do.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because an Alchemist Boffin is something that you kind of have to balance as it's still a townsfolk ability. So you want it to do things that help the good team to some degree. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I can suggest you something that's quite difficult for the evil team to deal with. That I was worried you were about to tell me.
Is it going to be Saint?
No, I thought you were about to tell me that I was the Golem, and I was like, I really don't need that. Because I'd quite like to be able to nominate and not...
Yeah, but if you're the Golem, you just nominate a good player.
Well, actually, yeah. Now I can just nominate good.
Yeah,
players.
yeah. So
But,
that would be that would be a ridiculously
Yeah, 2 days ago we were having a conversation about this, being like, "Oh, that's a really unhelpful ability to have." Where you're like, "Do I have to deliberately nominate Legion to sync it so that we don't out Legion?" But yeah, now it's terrible.
Okay, I'm going to go with my Ed, and I'm going to say that the Boffin is chosen for you to have the Farmer's ability.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you whether you want to, how you want to roll with that. But yeah, good luck.
All right.
Okay. Now kill Chiz. We totally could do that, couldn't we? Yeah, okay. I think that Patters is so in the Legion hole that we should keep... If we're gonna kill Ed, it should be Saber Knight that becomes the new Farmer. Because Patters might just believe that Ed and Saber Knight are working together. It is pretty funny to just kill Chiz now. I'm gonna go with my gut, and hopefully it's the right option. Worst case scenario, we can still give a Legion the drunk ability and make Saber... Well, actually, no, we can't kill Saber Knight, can we? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with my gut. Here we go. See how it goes down. Hello.
Hello.
You are the farmer. You are good.
I am the farmer. Delightful, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, this could be the I've been walking a very thin tightrope with a very large heavy pole for the last 90 minutes. And this could be the thing that undoes it all as I'm reaching the very end of that walk. But we'll see. We're about to find out. Good morning, everybody. Ed died in the night.
Oh,
4 players
piss.
left.
Really?
Oh, I really thought that was my easy way to win.
That's
Yeah.
helpful.
Alright, Seven, we didn't talk yesterday, let's talk today.
Hello.
What are you?
I am the empath, probably the drunk, because I am out of Legion worlds.
What were your numbers?
2 on JC Ryan, 2 on Astra JC, 1 on Jackie JC, 1 on Jackie Ed, farmed.
Sure, yeah, that doesn't sound
Which is
very
why
weird.
I'm no longer in a Legion
Have a
world.
look at those jinxes, guys.
Sure.
That's why I claimed the T-Lady to kill my neighbors.
Yep, okay, that makes sense. Well, it's Final 4, right? So we're probably not going to execute today. I think Ben spent a lot of time last night trying to figure out whether or not to kill the mayor or not.
Is that you?
No, Ed's the mayor.
I would disagree, but sure.
Why do you disagree with that?
Because I am now the farmer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's possible that
fucking hell. There's too many
other farmers who died, and Ed probably was the starting mayor.
Another farmer has died?
I don't know.
No, I think Ed must just be the starting farmer claiming mayor. I don't know. Get attacked enough.
Yeah, that's
kind of the thought process. Okay, so you're now the farmer.
Yeah.
Fine. Let's kill Chiz. Or Karen. No, it's Final 4. Let's not do anything.
Final 4.
Yeah.
Unless Patrick, has a problem with the lack of empath zeros.
Ben's here. Ben, please, for the memes, let Chiz be Final 3.
I think either way.
Is that what you want?
I don't know if we want that. I'd probably
I think
prefer
we do.
Karen. I think I'd prefer Karen.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think Karen will have the trust. I think
He
Jackie
got resurrected. There's sus of Chiz because he got resurrected.
No, I think it's more
Either
like...
way, I'm hoping we can get votes on Patrick or Sabanite.
What I would say to you two is, obviously, it's my call anyway, but don't forget that you already know 2 of the 4 people that are going to be in Final 3.
Exactly.
And and at least one of them has relentlessly voiced their opinion over and over again this entire game.
Exactly.
So they're going to have nominating and voting power.
I don't think Jackie's going to vote on Chiz. I think Jackie socially trusts Astra.
I think people will vote on Sabanite or Patrick, though. That's what I think.
We'll see.
I think Ekin's going to go Patrick, and I think
I'm gonna
Sabanite will
head
go
back.
Patrick. Cool, thanks.
This game's been amazing. This has been a good old-fashioned nonsense game. It makes me kind of nostalgic for the era when I was less experienced and was still feeling out all of the weird, crazy things that you could do. Like I remember thinking back when we, for the first time ever, had an imp kill themselves and turn a recluse into a good imp. That was a fun. Yeah, I'm nostalgic for ignorance. This has made me feel ignorant, which is a good feeling. And also, it's awesome to still be on that journey of discovery. Like so few games, especially with this insane amount of times that I've run and played this game, so few games would still be giving you new experiences like this. Even like ridiculously large epic games that constantly have updates and stuff like World of Warcraft and League of Legends and stuff like that. Even those get more trite after a while than this one. I don't know what it is about this game, man, but it's just, you know, on some other level. And I'm saying that as a fan, not as an employee.
Well, ability. Whoever survives. Hi, Ben. We're just hoping Karen dies tonight.
Hi, Ben.
Apparently.
Hello. Oh, wow.
I think Karen might be a better friend.
Yeah, is that what you all want? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what we all want.
I just don't think we do well with me as a snitch in Final 3 with the night ping on me.
That's part of the problem. Is the night ping.
Oh, we'll keep that in mind.
I would also
Thank
like
you.
you to consider giving whoever survives the Boffin Mayor ability just for shits and giggles.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I would also like to introduce stream to my household's new friends. They just came in about 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
Where's Quincy? There's Quincy.
Quincy's a brilliant name for a cat.
And here's the other one.
The other one. I feel like you should give that one a name too, Shade.
Yeah. Houghton. Houghton has a name. It's Houghton.
Okay, well, let's Houghton our way back to Town Square.
Missing this.
And stream never will.
I hijacked stream to show off the kittens.
Welcome back, everyone who isn't pig ignorant. Okay.
Jason.
Go for it, Chiz.
Oh, yeah, sorry, JC, to answer your question, and I didn't write this down, so apologies. But if you were me, you wouldn't write it down either. But it was, you start knowing the direction of your closest amnesiacs. If the last amnesiac dies, they may pick someone. An amnesiac, if chosen, comes back to life. +2 amnesiacs.
And you have to die.
Sorry?
And you have to die.
The dance was made up by Nikki and Astra, and I am not repeating it for stream.
I'm just going to go ahead and say nominations are open, but do feel free to keep chatting as a group.
They would, though.
I would love for all the good players to just be like, yeah, let's go to sleep, and give Ben no clues about who he should kill.
I would like to sleep.
He does sound quite tired, guys.
I shall break Ed's rule by asking to sleep and also for the sweet release of death.
I'd like to gossip that I'm not the gossip.
Okay.
I'd like to sleep as well.
I would vote for sleep as well.
Technically, that is a way we could lose the game if Karen was the demon who got the gossip ability from the Boffin.
Oh, no.
But I don't think that's true.
What did she just gossip?
She's not the gossip.
Which is
and
true.
As the demon, she would not be the gossip. And would still kill with the gossip.
I don't think Karen's the gossip. I don't think we need to worry about this. Because remember, alchemist Boffin. Like, it's meant to be something that helps us. Or at least
100%.
hinders the evil team.
Yeah, are you good?
Yeah, but it's just
I'm not the
someone
demon,
asked me
don't worry.
earlier.
I'm going to end the day in 5.
Tonight with a Legion game, and I was like, well, we found it. That's how we could lose tonight with a Legion game.
No executions today. Everyone goes to sleep. Well, here it is, guys. Ready for the final 3. Everyone seems to want Chiz, or of the 4 Legion that we spoke to, 3 of them want Chiz. So my instinct would have been to kill Chiz and let Karen be in final 3. But I guess if this is what evil want, Chiz doesn't want Chiz. I'm not gonna ask each Legion their choice. Chiz definitely doesn't want Chiz. But it's a tough one, this, because if I go with what the Legions want and then it ends up losing them the game, I've made a poor choice. And if I don't go with what they want and go with my gut and it ends up losing them the game, I've made a poor choice. I think At the end of the day, and this might sound a little arrogant, but I also think it's basically objectively true, I know more than any of those legions. I have more information at my fingertips than any of those legions, or we have more information at our fingertips than any of those legions, and my gut was to kill Chiz because I think most people believe Patters. So I think... We say no evil team would let Chiz into Final 3, but don't forget, we're not simulating a demon that chooses kills because there isn't one on this script. So, yeah, it's a tough one. I'm not going to roll dice. I'm going to go with my gut and kill Chiz. And that is it. We just wake these guys up. Oh yeah, we should give one of these guys a Boffin ability. Boffin Saint. Hello, Karen.
Hi.
The Boffin has given you the Saint's ability.
Oh, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Thanks.
Good morning, everybody. And for the second time, Chiz the Coward has died.
Thank you!
Say hello to your final three. It's Patters, it's Karen, it's Saber Knight.
Alright, I'm the mayor. We can go for a mayor win.
Or the other one, Patters. It has bells on it.
Are you actually the man?
No, no.
Should we maybe round robin?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go on then,
Amity.
Nikki.
Amity number 1, pointing clockwise.
Patters.
Alchemist Boffin.
Karen.
Snitch.
Chiz.
Amity number 3, pointing that away.
Ed.
Mayor.
Ekin.
Balloonist, Karen, Patters, Ed. I think Saber Knight is the last living legion.
JC.
Pixie confirming Ekin.
Saber Knight.
Starting empath or drunk, depending on legion. 2 on JC Ryan, 2 on Astra JC, 1 on Jackie JC, 1 on Jackie Ed. Then I caught a farmer pass.
Ryan.
Banshee.
Astra.
Amnesiac number 2. You're welcome, Chiz.
Jackie.
Philo Mayor.
Shade.
Knight. My pings are on Karen and JC.
That's it, guys. You've heard it all. I'm going to go ahead and say nominations are open, but I will give you a second and final call, so please do have a robust discussion. Or don't.
Ed, you're not the farmer, right?
I am not the farmer.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I mean, if
So
I'm
when-
legion, I just stick on the empath bluff, right?
Sorry, Saber Knight, when did you get the farm?
When Ed died.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ben, would you tell a drunk empath that they've been turned into a different character?
Mechanically, you can, I think.
It is mechanically possible. It would be very unusual. I think a lot of people would consider it a yes but don't, but in extreme circumstances, I might.
I think you might have found an extreme circumstance.
I am truly conflicted here. I think Karen is confirmed by outside accounts.
I think I'd agree.
I don't think there's no negative outsider modification. So
No.
outside of Legion, Karen I think is confirmed. And this farmer thing's so weird. Yeah.
Patters, where's the other one then?
The other farmer?
Drunk.
No, the
Drunk.
the other outsider. It's a drunk.
Drunk,
Short.
Yeah, it's okay. So either you're the drunk and Karen is the snitch. Unfortunately, the summary of that argument would be that I'm the demon, and I know that not to be true. So one of you two is lying.
Yeah, I mean, we can also have. I don't know about what Jackie's claiming to have done. I missed that.
Mayor. I think
Okay,
night
so
3.
Jackie's a perfectly feasible drunk. Ekin's a feasible drunk. Shade's a feasible
No,
drunk.
JC's
Oh.
JC's confirming Ekin,
I-
but yeah, I'm
Jackie.
a feasible drunk.
Yeah, sorry.
Jackie,
I'm a feasible
did-
drunk. Yeah.
JC's a feasible
the
drunk.
ex- I'm sorry, Jackie. When did you go mayor specifically in relation to when Ed died?
Second call.
Oh, I died before Ed.
Oh,
Uh,
right.
yeah.
Sorry.
Shade, if
I
you're the
died after
drunk,
Death was executed.
Karen's a demon, probably, right? Which then puts
Right,
us
which
out
seems
outside.
I think
So
it seems unlikely. I think it seems unlikely, don't get me wrong.
If Ed was Legion and had the farmer ability, but decided never to claim it to confuse us when Saberknight became the farmer, then Karen's the demon.
That is the world where Saberknight is good, Karen is the demon, yeah.
I think that's yeah.
And as long as we keep talking about those two, it's correct.
Why do we
Everyone's voting on
want
this.
to live out holding the baby? That's just a boffin.
Do you want to say that again, Karen? Because I think because you're from the other side of the world, it kind of went a bit wavy.
Yeah, I was just saying, why can't it be Little Monster with Padders holding the baby? And he's just the boffin.
Everyone's just been very weird, Karen.
And I've been very normal.
I'll be honest. That's the first.
That's definitely a lie, because that's never been true.
That's the first time in like 3 days that someone's proposed a viable world that wasn't just, yeah, these people feel a bit dodge, which is usually what happens in a Legion game.
Final call.
Which, you know.
I will nominate Karen.
Patters, tell us why you have chosen Karen.
I think for Saberknight to come out as farmer for no reason at that day is so incredibly confusing that I simply just have to believe that Saberknight is good. It's so nonsensical that I think it makes Saberknight good. That is my vibe.
Karen?
Should I claim that I was turned into the farm then?
Yeah,
I'm
go for
not.
it.
I think Padders is nominating me so that I don't nominate him. I think I'm probably leaning more Padders than Saberknight at this stage.
Okay. We are looking for a minimum of 2.
I hate that, Karen, because I think that Saberknight's the last
Karen.
one.
Okay, well,
Karen,
I
I'm
mean,
happy
I
to
think-
nom Patters if you want to nom me.
We've always
after I
got
nom
Ryan.
Patters.
We've always got Ryan.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah, that's also true. Forget
One's
the
not
actual
enough.
nominate. I'll nominate Patters.
Alright, tell us why.
I think I'm like my information makes me look like the drunk, and me randomly getting a farmer makes me feel like I'm the drunk. I think in non-Legion worlds, Patters is just the Boffin, and in Legion worlds, it's Karen. But I think I'm vaguely out of Legion worlds.
Patters?
Yeah, I guess if I'm the boffin in this game, I'm one of these people who's confirmed is probably not confirmed. Yep, I would advise good players not to vote on this, and we can vote on Saberknight instead.
2
We will
is
lose if we go on this.
the minimum.
Really, Ryan? I'm talking to you mostly because I think
Okay,
I do,
okay.
I do think we really need 4. I think there's 3 evils.
I'm so confused.
5 is enough. There is only one nomination left that can be made. Karen, would you like to nominate Saberknight?
Please nominate Saberknight.
Yeah, I'll nominate Saberknight.
Okay, anything to add to what's been said?
I'll pass to Ekin.
Ekin?
I think Saberknight is the last living Legion, although Ryan, who I believe is Legion, is voting on this, so I don't know.
Okay. Saberknight?
Yeah, if I'm Legion, I have been the most suspicious person in the world the entire game and would not be the Legion carry. I mean, vote on this if you want. If it's Legion, Ryan's the Legion, with Patters, the Alchemist Boffin, giving the Legion a Banshee ability, or Patters is just the Boffin.
Alright, 6 to die, 5 to tie.
We make sure it doesn't tie.
Probably need Jackie to vote.
I'll make sure it doesn't tie.
Ekin, please vote. Man.
3's not enough. That is
Ryan.
the end of the game.
Ryan, would you nominate a dead body?
Patters is executed and dies. The game is over. And of course, the evil team has won. Congratulations, evil team. But wait until you hear how. Here we go. This one is going to be a bit weird, so strap in. Patters was our alchemist Boffin, which meant that on day 1, or night 1, we decided that JC, one of many legions, would have the Tea Lady's ability, because both of JC's neighbours were good. However, JC didn't care for this very much. In fact, the ungrateful bastard even said, "Oh, I don't want either of them to get executed, because it'll prove they're good." Logic, boring, so we decided to put it over to someone else. So we gave Ryan on night 2, another legion, the Banshee's ability. But he only had it for 1 day, which is why he only used it for 1 day. Because the following night, we decided to give Astra, another legion, the Amnesiac's ability, which enabled them to resurrect Chiz, because their ability was, once per game at night, choose a player who is dead, they are resurrected. We then decided to hand over the Boffin ability to Chiz, the newly resurrected legion, and gave him the ability of the Lycanthrope, which enabled him to kill one of the good players, because at that time all 4 of them were still alive. So he killed Jackie the Philosopher. We then, the following night, decided that, well, we don't want to kill any more goodies, because if we do, the game will end and evil will win, and that's unfair. So we instead made Ed Legion, with also a farmer ability, which turned Saber Knight into the farmer when he died. On the final day, of course, the Boffin was still alive, so we gave Karen the most powerful ability any Legion has had in the whole game, the Saint. We did have 2 legions that never had a special ability. They were Shade and Nikki, and that just leaves Ekin the Balloonist, who saw Legion, Townsfolk in that order. And that was Storyteller's selection box, and oh boy golly, what a selection it was.
Yeah, I think Chiz killed Ekin rather than Jackie, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Chiz did kill Ekin. No, Chiz killed Jackie, right? Didn't you kill Jackie, Chiz?
We executed Jackie because...
That's right, yes, right, you are, yeah.
Pat has very loudly and confidently told me and Ekin that he wanted Jackie dead, and I was like, alright, I'll pass that on.
That could be arranged.
I called it.
Yeah.
It was so.
You did.
It was good because that's such a weird thing to have happened.
I'm really glad that several good players had got that world towards the end there, because I was a bit worried. Because my thinking was, let's do this, but let's make it so stupid and so overt that good players will figure out that this is what's happening. And I'm really glad that that worked, because it was entertaining to watch. It was very entertaining to watch.
The Boffin ability definitely forced us into some serious, it very much limited what we could do.
Yeah, and I ran to Ryan, and I was like,
weird,
Ryan, you need to be careful, because you no longer have that ability.
Yeah.
And if you try to nominate or vote or anything, then we are fucked. We've got to
I had to very rapidly whisper Ekin, who I was wanting to talk to anyway, because I was like, shit, I don't want to talk to anyone else, having been told I've got the farmer ability and then died. I do not want to talk to either of the good players right now, and I know Ekin's dead, so I'm going to talk to him and work out whether I'm claiming farmer or not.
I barge into the conversation. And you the farmer?